Hey guys, so today we're going to do the unboxing and overview of the iPhone 13 mini. So yeah, the iPhone 13 mini is the last mini phone that Apple made. They don't make them anymore, which is unfortunate because I really did like the size and the form factor of the iPhone minis, because they reminded me of the old phones that we had before, right? Back before everything became much more bigger. Actually, it's a throwback to the iPhone 5S and SE, which I used for a long time. So yeah, I really like the iPhone mini form factor. It's unfortunate that just most people in the world prefer larger phones. So the mini phones didn't sell well. Apple doesn't make them anymore. And the 13 mini, which came out in 2021, is the last mini phone that Apple made. So yeah, this will pretty much just be an upgrade from my 12 mini. So I have the box for my 12 mini here and 13 mini here. Yeah, so the 12 and the 13 are quite similar. I think that they should have called the 13 the 12S because it's a very incremental upgrade. I don't know why they went like a full version, because the upgrades are very incremental. Same amount of memory, 4 gigs of RAM. The camera in the 13 has slightly better performance in low light, but it's not a huge difference. Yeah, I would say the main difference is just the 13 has a faster chip. It's an A15 Bionic. The 12 has the A14 Bionic, and better battery life. That's really the major difference, and I guess higher base storage as well. This is 128 gigs. This one started at 64, but otherwise they're very similar. And I think that they should have just called the 13 the 12S. You know, it's really not a huge upgrade. I'm surprised they kept the name 13 at all, because the number 13 is considered unlucky in Western countries. But yeah, other than that, you guys can see the camera. The camera is placed in a different position in 13, and of course the colors are slightly different. So anyways, box for them are roughly the same. Yeah, I got the 64 gig for the 12, and this is the 128 gig for the 13. So yeah, let's open it up and take a look here and compare it to the 12 mini. Okay, so I actually think the color on the 13 mini I like a little bit better. It's this lighter blue color. So yeah, so it looks like very minimal packaging. This is modern Apple, so it's even more minimal than before. So yeah, no charging brick or anything included. You just get this like a SIM card removal tool. This still has a physical SIM card in addition to eSIM. And yeah, you get USB-C cable to Lightning cable, because they were still using Lightning back then, before they were forced to change to USB-C. So other than that, yeah, very minimal packaging for the iPhone 13. Okay, so let's compare the phones themselves. So this is the 13 mini and this is the 12 mini that I got. So as you guys can see, externally the major differences are just the cameras are placed slightly differently. So on the 12, yeah, it's like both cameras, you have an ultra wide and a regular wide angle, and they're placed like directly vertically down, and on the 13 mini they're kind of like diagonally across. That's the major difference other than the color. And I do like the lighter blue color better. I think this color, I like blue. Blue is my favorite color, but the 12 mini blue is a little bit too deep, actually. It is quite a deep blue, but I mean, it's good. It's still a nice color that's eye-catching, but this is actually more of a teal color, actually. A light blue or teal color, or turquoise or something. And yeah, otherwise it looks the same. Fingerprint sensor here, and the power button here. And then on the other side you have, yeah, the mute notifications button, and you have the volume rockers here, and a physical SIM card slot here. And on top you got nothing, and then at the bottom you just get the Lightning connector. So yeah, before they switch to USB-C. And no home button, of course, and no Touch ID. You just use Face ID to log in. And yeah, otherwise externally quite similar. I noticed that they did move the selfie camera a bit though. See, on the 12, the selfie camera is like right here, and on the 13, they moved it to the other side. So yeah, otherwise, externally pretty similar. Yeah, the major difference is just what you can tell just from the camera placement and the color. But yeah, gonna boot up the 13, and we'll just go over iOS a little bit, because I mean everyone knows what iOS is like, right? But yeah, just gonna take a look, and that's about it. This is not gonna be a long review because I think everyone knows what iOS and iPhones are like, right? Just the 13 mini, the reason why I got it is because this is the last mini phone that Apple made. So kind of just wanted a nice upgrade for my 12 mini and keep the 13 mini because as kind of like a historical piece as the last small phone that Apple made. So yeah, unless they come back with it sometime in the future, I don't see it happening. So unless they do that, this will be the last small phone that Apple made. So yeah, it's kind of keeping it kind of like that, even though it is a great phone. That I could use it as a daily driver if I wanted it to. But yeah, anyways, stay tuned, guys. Yeah, so here it is, the iPhone 13 mini, all set up with iOS 26, which is the latest version of iOS as I'm recording this right now in April 2026. And yeah, I mean, if you guys have seen iOS, of course you know what this is about. Yeah, it was really easy to transfer all my old data from the iPhone 12 mini that I had. It was just, as soon as I booted up the phone, right, I boot up my 12 mini, I just hold the two phones close to each other, and I was able to just back up all my stuff instantly like that. So advantage of Apple products, iOS and macOS, is that they are so seamless to work with each other. Something that I think Windows and Android, yeah, that's the pain point with some of them, right? So I think they have some of the similar features, but Apple just makes it more seamless because, you know, they make all the hardware and software, and it just integrates so seamlessly with all their other products. So anyways, I got all my stuff here pretty easily. So not much else to be said. I think that if you guys know iOS, you know this is pretty familiar, right? Go up from the top. I mean, swipe up from the bottom, and then you can see, you know, multitasking right here. Yeah, and then if you pull down from the top, and then you have all your updates and stuff. And then you can see your home setup, calculator, quick access there, camera, flashlight, timer, your brightness, your volume. So I can turn up the volume a bit more here. Lock, you can focus on night. There's a whole bunch of different features here, right? Airplane mode, Bluetooth, hotspot, Wi-Fi, now playing. You can even go down to music, right? Now playing, and then home setup, and then the networking stuff here. So it's been really refined for a long time now. And go in settings, right? I don't have my SIM card in here, but you can do eSIM as well as physical SIM with this one. So cellular, yeah, personal hotspot when you have that set up. Check my battery health. So this, one of the main upgrades of the 13 mini is that it has a better battery life than the 12 mini. Of course, all batteries will decrease and degrade over time, but it's always nice to have more battery, of course. And yeah, all the rest of the stuff, if you guys have seen iOS, you know what I'm talking about here. Let's see. Yeah, this is iOS 26 and software update. Yeah. The latest, I have storage 120 gigs on the base model. So that's a nice little increase from the 64 gig base model that the iPhone 12 had. Control center, you can customize that. Display brightness. Search spotlight, basically. Improve that. Search engine, Siri, of course, is always on. Still very usable today, of course. I mean, this phone it's not too old. I mean, we came out in 2021, which is 5 years old, but because iPhone, I would say, compared to Android, it seems like iPhones can last longer. Because the thing with Android is that usually with Android manufacturers, they only offer like 2 to 3 years of security updates, and then they generally stop supporting it. And then with Android, it's just like, it's not as optimized, right? The hardware and software are not as optimized for each other. So it's easy to kind of use an older Android phone. It feels like it's outdated. But when it comes to Apple stuff, yeah, it generally just feels faster. I mean, even older stuff still feels pretty fast. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty responsive. A15 Bionic is a good chip. So it feels really smooth and responsive. So even though it's not like a new iPhone or anything like that, it's 5 years old, but you can still easily use it today. It's still very usable today. So yeah, you swipe to the left and you can see all your daily updates, weather and news and all that. So you can see all that very easily. And that's pretty much it. I guess if you guys want, I can just show you the comparison to the old to the old iPhone, which I have the 4S. Actually, I recently did a retrospective of. You guys can see really how much smaller the 4S is, the 3.5-inch display compared with the 5.4-inch display on the 13 mini here. I mean, both are small phones compared to any phone nowadays, but you see just how much smaller phones were back then, right? So anyways, back then, this one doesn't even have Touch ID. This is before Touch ID, so just slide to unlock. It does have a physical home button, right? Before that was taken out with iPhone 10. And then this one is just Face ID. So you just unlock like that. You can see how different iOS looks, right? Look at this. iOS 26 versus iOS 6. Yeah, this one is iOS 6. Look at that. Look how different it is. And this screen is so much brighter too. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. It's so much brighter. But yeah, you guys can see a difference, right? iOS 6 versus 26. Wow. This is using Apple, I think, A5 chip in it. You swipe down from the top and get notifications there. I mean, you can still swipe down from the top, but it's not nearly the same, right? This one is like, you get so much more when you swipe down from the top there. And then instead of this one, you just swipe down from the bottom, right? You get that. And then this one, you just double click and then you have access to that. So this one has like much more basic multitasking. So yeah, man, what a ways we've come. And I still kind of miss the skeuomorphic interface, but you got, the flattened interface has been out there for such a long time now. But yeah, iOS, you guys can see how exactly it evolved, right? And they're both pretty small phones by today's standards, right? Yeah, the iPhone 13 mini, this is the very last small phone, the very last mini phone that Apple made. So yeah, kind of wanted to get this one, and I'll probably just keep this one. Actually, I can keep it for use as well, because it's still very usable today. I mean, okay, the main upgrades for this one is basically going to be the better battery life, the improved processor, which is only a slight improvement, because I think like 12 mini was still pretty fast to me. And this one will be, yeah, just slightly faster, and upgraded storage space in the base model, and yeah, a slightly improved camera, I guess. We can test it. If you guys really want to see like the iPhone 4S camera, I'll show you guys. Actually, we can access it directly from that lock screen, can't we? Actually, look at this. We can, yeah, this is just a search when you go to the left here. This one will just give you a whole bunch of updates. You guys can see how that's changed too. And yeah, we'll just access the camera from here. Okay. All right. So this is the iPhone 4S camera. Remember this? And I'll take a picture in portrait mode. All right. This one does have tap to focus. Oh no, I think it drains the battery instantly when I try. Yeah. I think this battery is because it's an old phone, right? So as soon as I start off the camera, it just dies. Okay. Well, anyways, the camera. Okay, set that up later. Yeah, so here you have access to your standard wide and ultra wide. No telephoto on the mini version. That's on the Pro models. Video, of course, you can switch to that as well. And this can record up to 4K, right? So you can do up to 4K, 60 FPS on 4K. But I don't do 4K usually. I just do HD 30. It's fine enough for me. Of course, you can flash and exposure. You can change that in video mode. Selfie camera, this is no different. I think the selfie camera is pretty much the same as in 12. I don't think that's changed much. But yeah, we can take a picture here. And of course, iPhone 13 is going to have a pretty good camera, right? Yeah, see? So, yeah, I mean, it's an iPhone, and generally iPhone cameras are pretty good. So, already 12, I think, had a pretty good camera for the time, and 13 is pretty good as well, of course. Come on. Ah, dang. It won't even take a picture. Unfortunate. But yeah, all you guys need to know is that 13 mini has a very good camera, especially for a phone of this size. I think this is probably, yeah, the last compact phone of this size that you can buy that was like the last best phone of this size, right? Nowadays you can't find a phone this size anymore, but if you guys really want to have a small phone, then this is probably the last phone of this size that was you know, still very good in terms of flagship level specs, you know. Of course it's not like the Pro model, but it has pretty much the same specs as a regular 13, right, which is quite good. So yeah, plus nice blue color as well. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a small compact phone, these days there's not too many other choices, but as far as a phone of this size goes, yeah, this is probably the last phone of this size that you can get that was you know, pretty good with the specs and everything. So yeah, the iPhone 13 mini, guys, the last mini phone that Apple made, the last compact phone of this size that Apple made. If you guys like your iPhone 5S and SE, like I did, the first generation SE, then this is kind of like the 12 mini and the 13 mini are kind of the spiritual successors to that. And it's unfortunate, you know, Apple only made 12 mini, 13 mini, and then just kind of stopped with that. But yeah, I can get a flashlight from here, right? Oops. Yeah, just turn the flashlight on from here. And of course you got the photo access from here as well. Yeah, just like you do on the 4S actually. So anyways, yeah, I don't think any manufacturer is going to make a phone of this size with this level, like flagship level specs again. But this is probably the last phone of this size with near flagship level specs, I guess. So anyways, iPhone 13 mini, guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna still keep it around. It is a really nice looking phone as well with that bezel-less display, right? So yeah, if you guys still like the iPhone SE, I still have a fond spot for the iPhone SE, the first generation one. So having the 13 mini kind of brings me back to just to that kind of form factor, right? It even has this this design, which is it's a throwback to the iPhone 5 design essentially, which is basically the first generation iPhone SE design. I don't like the second generation iPhone SE because it took the iPhone 6 design, which I don't like as much, or the iPhone 7 design, I should say. I don't like that design as much. Yeah, the iPhone SE second gen is basically like iPhone 8, but just with updated internals, but I don't like that design. I like this throwback to the iPhone 5 design, because 5S and first gen SE were two of my favorite iPhones. So if you guys have a fond spot for the 5S and SE like I did, then the 13 mini will be essentially the last Apple iPhone that has this similar type of form factor and size and design, and with, you know, the most upgraded specs that you can get in this type of format. So anyways, 13 mini, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But yeah, just kind of a relic of a time when Apple still made these mini phones, and yeah, I don't think they'll make mini phones again, unfortunately. But for me, I always have a fond spot in my heart for a phone of this size and this design. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And yeah, I also really love the iPhone 4 design as well. Really wish they could come back to this design somehow. You know, just make a slightly bigger display from 3.3, and 3.5 is a bit too small. I admit that. Even I love small phones, but 3.5 is a bit small, I gotta admit. But if they go back to it, like, they should make about this size. 5.4 I think is good, but with the 4 design would be cool. And yeah, it's interesting to compare Siri as well, because Siri was actually introduced with the 4S here. Right, you just you hold this button and then activate Siri. Of course, this version of Siri won't actually work because it's too old, so it doesn't connect to the server anymore. But you just hold the phone button, you see this old version of Siri come up. Yeah, that's how Siri originally was like. And actually, you can see. Yeah, you can just press it like that. Now the version of Siri is just like this, right? You hold the power button on the side. Who is the 20th president of the United States? Yeah, and then instant, look at that. It's James Garfield. Okay, yeah, so it's just easy as that to access Siri, but it's interesting to see where Siri came from, which was this. The iPhone 4S was the one who introduced us to voice assistants, which is kind of like the predecessor of modern day AI, I guess. So yeah, anyways, that's it, guys. As always, thanks for watching.